It is an exciting day, and especially where they've come from, the franchise, and since Ryan Poles took over, and we all know about him trading the pick last year to the Carolina Panthers, and how this trade could end up looking for him down the road if Caleb Williams works out in Odunze and all the things he has done for the Chicago Bears. Now, I mean, talent-wise, maybe the most talented they've ever had on the offensive side of the ball if Caleb Williams turns out to be who people think he can be. So the Chicago Bears are excited. For a guy like me who played 13 years for the Chicago Bears, snapped to 20 different quarterbacks, count them, it was 20 of them. To see a guy like this get drafted, maybe he can finally solve the riddle, the problem, which has been the franchise quarterback for the Chicago Bears. It is an exciting day here in the state of Illinois and the city of Chicago.
I looked it up. You said 20, I believe 17 different starting quarterbacks over 13 years, which is outrageous. In your mind, is this the guy? Do they finally have the guy that Caleb Williams could be the future and things are looking positive for the Bears?
In my mind, prospect-wise, maybe the best guy to walk on the field for the Chicago Bears. Jay Cutler, obviously in the argument talent-wise, but if you watch this guy's film, the things Caleb Williams does on film, the way he gets the ball out, the way he creates plays, the way he can extend plays with his legs, get the ball down the field, his accuracy, really, you talk about two things that translate to the NFL from college. It's how fast you get the ball out and your accuracy. And he does both. So you can't help but to be excited about him when you turn his film on and watch him. Now, how that translates to the NFL, coming from Lincoln Riley's offense, the one-word offense, to all of a sudden you got plays, you got package of plays, you got to check at the line of scrimmage, you got to do a lot of things in the NFL that maybe he hasn't done yet, but just skill set wise, he's an exciting football player.
And they weren't done, and they already brought in Keenan Allen and DJ Moore, but I'm sure you're happy to see this. The other pick is a fellow Washington Husky.
Yeah, Rome Odunze. Everyone's excited about this guy. And the Chicago Bears, Ryan Poles talked a lot about changing the history of the Chicago Bears, especially on the offensive side of the ball, on the quarterback. And to see a guy who everyone talked about now, Steve, everyone said, this guy is maybe the one can't-miss prospect in this draft. Some people had him ranked as the highest wide receiver. A lot of people thought he wouldn't last at 9. Now, all of a sudden, for the Chicago Bears to have someone like him fall to number 9, and it's almost a no-brainer pick. Now, I'm an offensive lineman. Maybe Olu Fashanu, I don't know, at that pick was probably who they were deciding between. But Rome Odunze, very excited to see him go there. Just seems like his head is in the right place. Seems like a guy who's going to become a good pro. Chicago Bears now in the top 10, I think, since the 80s. Curtis Conway, David Terrell, and Kevin White. And Curtis Conway probably had the best career. So looking for a receiver there in the top 10 picks to make a big difference for the Chicago Bears. Rome Odunze seems like he could be that kind of football player.
Last thing, and I'll let you go on here. You spent 13 years there. Well, it's a passionate fan base, win or lose. What would you tell Caleb and Rome about, the Chicago Bears, Chicago, the fan base, and everything they should expect?
Especially with Caleb, you would tell him that this is a tough job, right? That the microscope is going to be on you. The light's going to be bright. But if you do it, if you parlay it to being a good quarterback, the city is yours. It's a Chicago Bear town. I think he broke the record for jersey sales, if I'm not mistaken, last night with Caitlin Clark. And that is the kind of base the Chicago Bears have. These fans are passionate both ways, right? If you play good, you play bad. But just put your head down, be good in football, and nobody will care. If you are, on Michigan Ave celebrating a Super Bowl championship, the city is yours. So a hardworking city, but a city that loves football, loves the Chicago Bears, and they should be excited to come here. Look, you can go to a lot of places to play football. This is one of the best cities in the world, one of the best cities in the United States. It's a great place to play football.